what? I'm feeling great.
Hello and welcome back to the Power of Silence and Light of Knowledge. We've been discussing in all these previous episodes about the power of silence, how we can use that in our life, and how we can help others with it. In the previous episode, Sister Guddi explained to us the deeper aspects, profound, in-depth meaning of silence. Now today we are going to ask her about her project. Of the 33 years that she's been on this path of spiritual knowledge as taught at Brahma Kumaris, she has spent 30 years devoted to this one project. So let's find out what this project is all about. Welcome, Sister Guddi.
Om Shanti.
Sister Guddi, I'm very curious to know. I've heard the project and all these discussions we've had so far have been very enlightening, to say the least. So if you could please tell us what this project is about.
Well, it is part of the big project, of the huge plan of the One. And it's a part of it, it's not everything. But it's an important part that includes the transformation of nowadays sciences into intellectual phenomena that are completely non-violent.
Okay. Who's the target audience for this project?
Everyone gets the chance.
Okay, that's good to know.
Because nowadays many people have got scientific intellects in spite of maybe not having had the chance to go through academic studies. So we mean everyone, and specifically those who have been touched and chosen by the One to help him re-establish the new Satoguni era.
Science can be good or bad, as we know. I mean, science has helped us look at the universe on a level that we could have never fathomed. So when you say that the aim of this project is non-violent means, could you please elaborate on that a little bit?
The era of truth, that is the creation of the One, contains attainments that show practically that there is no danger, no failure, no problem, no harm, just joy and complete safety. This refers to technology specifically, because technology is being made through science. And the very root of these soon technological attainments is the soul's awareness, the soul's love for God, the soul's ability to transform into a ratio that does not know harm, does not know how to give harm, does not know how to take harm. This is called the godly intellect that will usher in the divine intellect of the deities.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I was under the impression that science and silence. For some reason, I thought that silence starts where science stops. But what I'm hearing you say is science can actually help with silence. Is that true?
But the basis will always be Jnani silence.
Okay, can you please elaborate on that a little bit?
Jnani silence means the silence that refers to the one's introduction of what a soul is, of what the Supreme Soul is.
Okay.
Not just silence and blank mind, but a clear explanation and experience of what godly silence is, of what a karma-free mind is, which is still and thoughtless. The karma-free mind becomes more and more abundant the more we have deeply understood and experienced God's knowledge. When we have implemented God's knowledge, it becomes practical experience. It becomes solution, becomes salvation from dualistic kinds of technology that are able to give harm and to give happiness. The aim of God is to provide a kind of technology through scientists who are linked with him, a kind of technology that only gives abundant happiness and failure-free perfection. And this again is possible by ourselves deeply experiencing godly, jnani silence, implementing God's jnana, making it light, not having it as something that we know that feeds the ego, but something that feeds the experience, becomes light, becomes immaterial light, becomes vibration, that again touches scientists who are looking for the right hint of how to do things.
When the scientists receive the touching from God, when they take in God's light, then that same science will be utilized for something beautiful. And this term, jnani silence, is also a beautiful term because it is silence based on knowledge. We don't just sit quietly in one place, with our eyes closed, but we do a kind of, you just keep thinking about it over and over. And when you think of this knowledge, whatever derives from that is the true jnani silence. That is very beautiful. That's very beautiful.
If we deeply experience the light of Gyan, because Gyan is nothing but light.
Right.
It comes of the silent mind of the One and is spoken out through the mouth of Brahma, whose brain is able to catch it and transfer it into verbal expression. That's all. The origin is light. It's just silent, thoughtless energy. And God makes it available to us through Brahma for us to understand. When we have understood, we merge it in ourselves. And it becomes silent vibration that is, again, when it is sent out to the world, touching the minds of sacred scientists. And they will do what they can do. They are able to provide non-violent technology and are about to prepare this thoroughly.
That's very beautiful. Speaking of nonviolence, these days, especially in this modern day and age where everything is like fast, you know, you have not only your fast food, but the thoughts are also fast. It almost seems impossible to calm down and sit in one place. And all this activity that goes on, is that some kind of violence as well? A violence that we're doing to ourselves?
You're very right. Nowadays, activities in the entire world are based on the consciousness of time. And time has become like a subconscious God.
Time has become like subconscious God. Okay.
That pushes human beings under its control.
You know, this is a very beautiful statement again, because I never thought of it that way. We have given so much importance to time that when you say subconscious God, we have allowed time to take over our day-to-day life, and we have forgotten maybe who God is or what God is.
Yes. Nowadays, time system has been invented and implemented on the basis of the birthday of a Roman emperor. So on the basis of time. So it can't do anything else than pushing humanity into time and make it a slave. God, the eternal, timeless being, does not know what time is. The original human soul, his creation, is the same. A human soul does not know what that is. It's completely innocent and free from that pressure. And in the link with the One, we come back to that original consciousness of being free from time. Because God has got this immense timeless energy, it is able to show to humanity the real contexts of time in the world history and geography. The timeless consciousness alone is able to make human souls experience this.
That's very interesting. The timeless consciousness alone is able to help human beings experience time. That is
experience the time, the phenomena of time in human geography and history as it really is.
okay. Okay.
There are many descriptions of a cycle that is this long or that long, but the timeless energy of the One alone is able to show in an experiential way how long the cycle of human world history and geography that repeats really is.
Okay. Okay. When you said that God is without time, I mean, He's timeless, and so are we. But when we come into this body consciousness, you know, when the soul enters the body, that's when I guess we start relating to time. Now the effort is being in the body, but not being so time conscious.
Be free from the body, to be bodiless, while being in it, is one of the basic exercises that we have on this path. And it provides the soul's freedom from any bondage to the body that is filled with particles that are created by time consciousness. So we are independent of all creation, of the body, of any other external creation that has been made during the time of time consciousness.
Is there an exercise for this that you might be able to suggest? Because this all sounds like, I said again, it's so deep that there has to be some exercise or something that you can tell us where we could get to that stage.
God is extremely deep. And it seems to us unreachable. At the same time, God's energy is extremely simple. And the teachings are extremely simple. For this freedom of being free from the physical body, we just have to allow the One to take us out of it. Just accept that death does not exist, that the soul is life, the soul is energy, not the body. Once we have experienced to be immortal, it is very easy to slip out of the body, to go into it again, out of the body, to go into it again. Just make it a game that you play in between, in the link with the One.
Could you point out a few of the principles that we may have to follow in order to understand this whole aspect of silence and God?
Well, it is obvious, and it is being provided in all our centers worldwide, but I can repeat them. It is meditating in the morning, very early at 4 o'clock latest. Again, meditating before we take God's Gyan at 6:30 or 7. Practicing the murli, the knowledge that we have heard in the morning during the day. Meditating in the evening. Conversing with God a lot. Making the One's energy the true companion. Having friends and being in the family, but the One having priority. Deeply loving and accepting this kind of celibacy that guarantees the experience of all relationships with the One, with the energy of truth. Eating pure food that has been cooked in the link with the One. And the details you can hear at the centers, what not to eat, what to eat, etc.
Okay. I think that covers it all because, again, as I was listening to you, the thought came to my mind. To an average person, this might sound a little daunting at first. But if we keep that as a goal in our life, then everything is easy because we're getting the help from Him, right?
The One is God.
Yeah, from the One.
It's no one who disciplines with violence.
Right, right.
God gives experience and helps to an extreme extent that His child can accumulate as much as possible during its lifetime.
Okay. Okay.
There's absolute cooperation in all fields of life.
Again, this is something which is, earlier I said as vast as the universe, but to me it sounds like it is beyond the universe. It is not limited to the universe. And I wish our discussions could be as vast as well. But again, we are short of time. So I would request you to once again lead us into a meditation, if you please.
In a single, timeless moment. I, the soul, am united with one immaterial, timeless Emperor. Who alone in this dark world is able to rule the entire universe. The more I let this timeless, almighty Emperor enter my consciousness, the more I understand what it means to rule the world, what it means to conquer the vices, illusion, opposition, peacelessness, violence. The one Emperor is free from all this. So am I. His royal child. I deeply inculcate the once timeless, thoughtless, fearless, non-violent energy. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sister, once again for this very beautiful discussion and the meditation commentary. And we look forward to having you back with us again and again so you can shed light on many more secrets. I'm sure there is a lot more to this discussion than what we have touched. So hopefully you'll be back with us again and again.
The one's secrets are unlimited.
Unlimited, that's so true. And we are eager to know them all. Wow, what a powerful discussion, and I'm sure you have felt it too. It would not be fair for me to sum it up in 2 lines, because just as God is limitless, these discussions are limitless. But if you wish to understand this on a deeper level yourself, you can log on to the website, ostv.in, and there are some lectures there that you can listen to and try to understand the deeper aspects of this. And with that, Sister has also explained to us that the One's energy is limitless and timeless. So all we need to do is really link with the One, and there's no looking back. With these words, I thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you again next time. Take care.